What is good and welcome back to Chatwin Reacts. I'm Jack, your British goat, and today we're checking out the Mets versus the Phillies. The Phillies, of course, the team that I am supporting. It's the first game I've watched in this season, so I can't say I'm much of a supporter, but like I said, the Philadelphia is my adopted city. We're going to support all the teams coming out of Philadelphia. As always, before we get into this video, three things we've got to do. Number one, you got to down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, of course, put a goat in the goat chain. Let's go. Obviously, if you are a Phillies fan, let me know a couple things that I need to be kind of know.
The Phillies have won 7 of 8.
Obviously, you just said they're tied first.
In the NL East, they'll break that tie here this weekend. And here's a guy who's well connected to both franchises, as Zach Wheeler has become a true ace as a Philly.
Out of my favorite pitchers in all of baseball, 2 watts, Zach Wheeler is on the mound, and he's been absolutely outstanding, especially.
Obviously, he must have played for the Mets before then.
2 ERA at Citizen Bank Park.
Now Brandon Nimmo batting in the number 2 spot for the Mets against his former teammate. Lines a base hit to center.
He's on. First hit of the game for the Mets. And here is Juan Soto.
Why is the logo for the Phillies that?
He draws a walk in this.
I thought it was a P.
The base hit by Nimmo. It's early traffic for Wheeler. That's ball 4. Now 8 of the last 9 pitches from Wheeler have been out of the strike zone. Back-to-back walks load the bases.
And it's a great start.
That's one of the, like I said, I'm not going to pause it too often because it's the longest video, but like, I don't understand walks. Like, I don't know how a pitcher can screw up 4 times. And I get, you know, that when they're throwing it so fast, it's not going to be completely accurate. But like, I don't know, it always baffles me.
1 out.
I know, I guess they're trying to make them swing, but once you've got 2 or 3, surely you don't do it. Ah, love a double play. I love a double play.
Gotten some hot water, but he comes out feeling fresh. Jeff McNeil hits into a 4-6-3.
Big fan of this uniform as well.
Tough draw for Blade Tidwell.
As we know, uniforms are my thing. If you have an ugly uniform, a bit like the Mets have right now, I ain't gonna like your team. But I do like the Mets logo.
Trey Turner, the leadoff batter for the Phillies, who's
had a
really good year. Mentioned his 90 hits, leading the National League.
Swing and a miss. He strikes out Trey Turner. Good start for the young right-hander. And there's 1 away. Holmes sends a high fly to center field. Taylor back a couple of steps, has it lined up. Eyes to the sky. Makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning. Good start for Blade Tidwell. Starters like Zach Wheeler, the ace types, we've seen this for forever. If you don't get to him early, and you can tell, well, there's some kinks that
I do love a double play.
Guys like Wheeler are the ones that figure it out as the game goes on. Swing and a miss. He did. Strike him out. First strikeout of the night for Zach Wheeler. Mets do not score in the second.
So Tidwell with 2 outs here has allowed a base hit and a walk. The Phillies have runners on first and second. With the guy who has replaced Bryce Harper at first base, Otto Kemp, coming up.
Just 1 for 10 in the series in Miami. The big homestand here last week.
They're bigging Kemp up right now, so this has got to be a hit. No, that's fair enough. They're bigging him up a little bit.
And that retires the side. Blade Tidwell has arrived tonight for the Mets. He strands a pair.
Tidwell.
To the third, no score in Philly.
I just want to start like remembering names.
Center field back in the first inning.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breaking ball.
Slider down and in. Lindor's down on strikes.
That was nice.
Second strikeout for Zach Wheeler, and there's 1 away.
And that's in there. Strike 3 to Brandon Nimmo. Cutter from Wheeler caught the outer part of the play.
Juan Soto rarely chases. Did an outstanding job drawing that walk. Round 2 right here.
Down low, ball
It's another
just missed. And Soto walks for the 2nd time tonight.
So maybe I've got to look into more understanding your walks.
Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso strikes out on a high fastball. Zach Wheeler fans 3 in the inning. Here's Brandon Marsh.
I apologize if I'm moving a lot. I just have a very bad back, so sitting is not very comfortable.
Turner swing a ground ball to second. McNeil has it. Flipped to Lindor at second for 1. Back to first. Double play.
Off a guy who does not hit very many, and Trey Turner just his 4th double play hit into this year.
So Schwarber aboard at first base. No score. 3rd inning.
Would that count as a walker? Because he did swing it, but it was.
So Schwarber aboard at first base. No score.
I guess, as I say, maybe that's it's obviously my lack of understanding.
Has been red hot.
That's right in there. Strike 3. Now Bohm was ready for something.
Shouldn't be supporting them, but you know that's the beauty of even though I'm going to be following the Phillies, I can appreciate other teams because I don't understand rivalries or who am I supposed to hate. This is when you tell me the Mets is one of the teams I'm supposed to hate. Someone did tell me, but I've just forgotten what the teams were.
Zach Wheeler 4 scoreless innings. And
JT Realmuto has his second hit of the night.
I kind of wonder when someone's going to score. Let's put a bet on. I'm going to say it's going to stay 0-0 or 0-0, whatever you call it, up until the 6th.
And Otto Kemp with another chance. They're looking for a big hit.
This doesn't look like anyone is going to score. Nice double play.
Kemp runs it out and a run scores. Castellanos is in.
Oh, wait, what?
Kemp runs it out.
Now, I know obviously I'm supposed to be happy with this, but...
Kemp runs it out and a run scores.
So, have they... So, instead of going... So, instead of this guy here now, instead of him throwing to home base, he's gone to first, because if they can catch first out, the home run wouldn't count, because that'd be 3 outs. Whereas if he went to home and missed, they would have scored a point and somebody on first. I'm trying to just...
Kemp runs it out and a run scores. Castellanos is in. The Phillies have a 1-0 lead.
Doing the little things. Kemp understands that this is a ground ball double play chance. He's hustling out of the box. It's a bang bang play.
That's it. Short leash. Here comes.
Okay, I think I had that.
Is done.
I was wrong about waiting to the 6th.
Castillo is coming in.
Castillo only allowed 1 earned run in 11 innings pitched since joining the Mets. Has some reverse splits though. This is a big spot right here for him in the Mets.
And Marsh
nice
looks over third. He has a base hit. A run comes in for the Phillies as Realmuto scores. And with 2 outs and 2 strikes against the lefty, Brandon Marsh makes it 2-0 Phillies.
Looks like a
almost looked like he was
wedge
in his wrong hand though.
Right over Beatty. Another RBI.
Wheeler, after a bases loaded jam in the first inning, has sharpened up. He has 6 strikeouts.
Oh, that was a nice hit.
Taylor pops this one up to the right side. Foul territory. And it's Kemp making a running catch.
The young rookie showing his range right there, and that's a tough play.
I mean, I get you want to cover your bases, but that's a bit silly. Like, you could have knocked him the ball loose or whatever. That's a little bit
job there by Kemp in terms
communication
of
needed, boys.
Wheeler's had 17 swings and misses tonight. Also had 17 in his last start against the Mets on April 23rd. There's another swing and a miss. It's a strikeout of Lindor, who's 0 for 3 tonight. And all Lindor can do is laugh at a great pitch from Wheeler.
7th strikeout for Wheeler tonight, 2 down in the 5th.
Now Nimmo,
and it's drilled in the air to center field, sending
is Wheeler considered?
The track, reaches up, it's over his head, bangs against the fence. Nimmo hits second, he turns and stops at second base as the throw comes soaring in, and the Mets have a man past first base for the first time since the first inning.
A rising pitch count for Zach Wheeler nearing 100.
What was I going to say? Oh, is Wheeler considered like a top pitcher?
We'll see if it's possible for him to go back out for the 6th inning. And he swings and misses for strike 3. He finally gets through the inning as he strikes out Juan Soto to end the 5th.
Phillies get a man to scoring position for Castellanos.
A roller past the mound. Lindor charging bare hands, throws, and he got Castellanos. What a good play by Francisco Lindor.
Schwarber goes to third with 2 outs.
I think it's really cool though. Again, that was on the Mets, but how quick they're able to just pick and throw with such accuracy as well. Like it is awesome to see.
3 balls, 2 strikes on Kepler. A swing and a foul tip for strike 3. So Jose Butto able to work out of a man in scoring position here in the 5th.
And Zach Wheeler is all done.
There's Taijuan Walker, another former Met on the mound here for the Phillies. Pete Alonso with a high fly ball,
nice
right
hit.
center field.
He
Marshall
got
way
that though.
back. He's at the wall, and that ball is gone. Off the batter's eye, Pete Alonso hits his 244th.
Fuck Pete Alonso for the rest of his career. I do not like Pete Alonso. It's the first home run I've seen against the Phillies. I do not like Pete Alonso going forward.
It's 2-1.
And the Mets are on the board immediately.
Fuck Pete Alonso.
And now a fly ball to
Oh
right for
God,
McNeil.
not another
This
one.
is deep, and that's gone. It's back to back, and the Mets quickly tie it up. Now it's exit Zach Wheeler and enter the Mets offense.
First Alonso, now McNeil. We are square. It is 2-2 in the top of the 6th.
And that brings Brandon Nimmo to the plate with 1 away.
Lines this one the other way. It is smothered
They're
by
too slow,
Turner.
but I think he got there.
Flex it to first. Kemp holds the bag for the out.
Did well to bring that out quickly.
Almost submarine throw. That's a tough throw from that angle to be able to get over there.
Kemp hoped to have the base the whole time.
Ooh.
No.
The Mets did not offer to challenge at this.
So if they had challenged that, they would have
It's
Oh, that was
with
beautiful.
a dive, and the throw to first.
So if they had challenged that one, obviously not this one, the one before, he would have got to stay on first. Am I right in saying that?
Young man flashing his leather over there.
That was a nice catch.
Played a lot of first base in his pro career, but he's playing it expertly here tonight. What a night for Brandon Marsh. He's 3 for 3.
I want to see a home run.
Scoring position here with nobody out in the
He's on some good hits. I don't know what his name is, but I want to see a home run from the
Turner
Phillies.
loops it down the right field side. That's dropping. That's
He should be able to get all the way in.
Gives the Phillies the lead. Marsh scores. Turner motors
Yeah, they
to
knew he
second.
would, so they
An
didn't.
RBI double, and the Phillies break the tie.
And now you're seeing the ability of this Philly lineup to be able to hit the baseball the other way.
2 opposite field doubles to start this inning against Garrett.
3 straight have reached against Reed
that's gonna be a
Garrett.
walk.
Brings up Bohm. 2 on, nobody out. Bohm, a 309 hitter lifetime.
I guess if the other got Turner, if it was a Turner, would stay on second.
Swung on, hit the other way. A base hit into right. Turner coming around third. He'll be waved home. And the throw is taken by Alonso and cut. He'll throw to third and safe the call at third as Schwarber is in there. And Alec Bohm with another opposite field hit for the Phillies. Phillies lead it 4-2.
Reed Garrett.
It's gonna sound a bit weird saying like this because I've never hit a baseball. Like we played rounders, but that's like nothing. But like even like it doesn't. How he's able to get the ball to go out into that right kind of area when it almost looks like every ball you hit should just be going straight. Does that sound weird what I'm trying to say? Like, it's weird how they're able to get it to go like that. When everything tells you it should just be going up and straight.
And this is as high leverage of a situation as you could ask for Justin Garza, a guy that arrived just a week and a half ago.
Now Looper with the infield in and a base hit for Castellanos.
Someone else will come in now.
Schwarber comes home easily. And the Phillies
Was that 3 in this inning?
7th, still nobody out. They lead it 5-2.
Castellanos just throws his hands a lot like Bohm, showing the bat-to-ball skills and situational hitting has been excellent, especially in this inning.
So now the Mets
Another walk.
at a point here where they're trying to keep this game relatively close. The Phillies.
What you got to do now? Hit a homer.
Swing as Bryson Stott, who does have some
Yeah, another
power,
4
comes
on
to
it.
the plate.
Oh,
It's a
beautiful.
fly ball, left center field, pretty deep. Taylor's back at the wall. It's off the wall. 1 run is in. You have 2 more guys running side by side almost. A throw to the plate, and they're both safe.
Bang, bang at the
There we go.
Bryson Stott cleans him off.
2 guys.
Like, this
trying to
is
score
it,
at the
right?
same time on a play at the plate.
As much as I'm saying to people,
JT was right on Nick Castellanos' heels the whole
I'm a
time.
Phillies fan
And I love
because I'm supporting
the
every team from
timing of the
Philadelphia.
slide. They sensed each other.
Stuff like
when they were
this
running.
is what's going to make me
Almost
fall in
like
love
they
with the
were in
team.
sync.
That was awesome.
Phillies lead it.
That was
They
really
came
cool.
into this matchup understanding they did not play well against the
Just
Mets
don't
in
lose
Citi
now.
Field.
That's all I'm saying. Just don't lose
Seems
now.
like the Phillies are feeling good.
Like your
on both
first
sides of the
official
baseball.
watch.
Swung on, hit high in the air. Deep
Me as a
center
fan
field,
be a
Taylor
win.
Back, track, wall, gone. Over the angled wall. Nick Castellanos with an exclamation
What's that,
point
7 this
with a
inning?
2-run home run to center field. It's his 8th of the year.
No,
It's
we're in the 8th now,
10-2
man.
Phillies.
Bloody
Time
hell.
for first entering today. The Phillies an out away from reclaiming the top spot in the National League East. Fly to right. It was a 2-2 tie into the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies broke it open, and they win big.
Obviously, you don't have to
5-2
play
to
there,
start this
Bob, when I
3-game
football
weekend
quiz.
set against the Mets.
Okay, now I think there is, 1 or 2 more games against the Mets in the next day or 2, possibly today, because this was technically yesterday. No, a win as my first official game watching the Phillies as a fan. They were happy. That play in the 7th was, like I said, my cheeks hurt from smiling on that one. So, a couple more games that I could feel myself being embraced within this team. And, quite a few comments of people are Philly fans. It's kind of one of the reasons I picked the team, as most mentioned teams in my comments were teams from Philadelphia. And it was awesome just to pick one state. Not state, obviously Philadelphia's a city, but you know what I mean? Like just one. That's what I was looking for. And yeah, we ended up with Philadelphia. So let me know what you think down below. Of course, if you are a fan of the Phillies, let me know the names of some of the players. What was that guy with the big beard? What was his name? He was cool. But like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. Of course, right down. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, put a goat in the goat chain. Peace.